Right then. Thought I'd try something else. Got an angle grinder. A bit ago. Picked it up. There's a spares and repairs thing. Started having a look at it, and then I noticed the brushes were melted in. So I'm hoping that's all that's wrong with it. Didn't do much when I got it in. I just wanted to see what was wrong with it. So I tried taking the brushes out, but it was just battered and they all just fell apart in my hands while I was trying to take them out. So I guess it's going to need some brushes and a brush holder anyway. So I ordered them, and they turned up while I was in Barcelona. These are the bits I got. It was supposed to be genuine Makita, but you never can tell when you're ordering off eBay. Seems alright, but that's the brush holder. Nothing too fancy, just a couple of wires connecting the brushes. And then you've got brushes themselves, which are pretty straightforward. Brush-in style. And a couple of caps for the caps that are snapped off. So that should be it to get this up and running again. It sounds alright, but you never can tell with these until you actually get them spinning full speed. So let's have a look and see what we've got. There's any battery life in this thing. I believe, if I remember right, it's just a case of getting into this. I don't remember them being too complicated, to be honest. Just a few screws, and then we're pretty much in, if I remember right. There we go. That holds the clamshell together up top, doesn't it? Then 4 out. And lift the gear off and have a look at the gear. See what the gear's like. Usually they're pretty solid, but it's a bit dry. Might want to put a bit of grease on that, to be fair. But doesn't seem to be too much wear on the would you call it a worm gear? Given that it's probably a pretty old machine, the date's been rubbed off it. Can't actually see it, but it's a little dry in there. To the side. We'll put a bit of grease in that before we put it back together. Can take the face off it if you need to, but we'll just stick some in from the top. I think it's a bit cold as well, which doesn't help matters. Get this off. That's the I've seen better days, hasn't it? That's the armature. This looks like it's been sat a while. The bearings seem okay. A little bit stiff, but they're sealed and they're not noisy, so I reckon we'll get away with that. Hoping they're not burnt out completely, but I'll just clean that up a bit and see. Don't want to really sand it down because, well, it won't be clean enough for what I'm doing with it, and I don't want to cause any more damage to it. But there you go. Right, the dust doesn't help. Yeah, that's a broken bit of brush. That wouldn't have been helping the matter, I don't think. Yeah, seen a fair bit of work. It looks like plaster to me, or gypsum or something. Not been nice to this. I mean, tool at the end of the day, but what can you do? give it a quick clean out and see how we go. Back in a second, just turn the compressor on and blow this out. I'll be back. Yeah, so didn't go too big into the cleaning, just hit it with the airline a bit, and just whatever was being stubborn, just hit it with a plastic brush, because the metal ones I think are a bit too harsh for it. To be fair, it's cleaner than it was, and well, if it runs, it'll run better than it did, because it wasn't running. So yeah, I'll say it's just a spare one for me. I thought I'd get it, see if I can get it fixed. If I can remember how it goes back together. Most of it has gaps in bits of metals where it indexes on bits of plastic and whatever else, so it's not too hard to get back together. But let's just see what the zoom looks like on this. Yeah, that's good. At least you can see what I'm doing down here now. Yeah, so it doesn't feel the same quality. Feels a bit lighter. Don't know if that's just the build-up of the dirt and whatnot. Could be. Look quite similar, apart from the age. Wires seem to be slightly thicker on the old one. Again, might just be feel and design, but whatever. So yeah, quite straightforward these. You got a black and a red. Let's have a look in there. Yeah, 2 terminals in there, but they look like they connect to the same thing, so don't see it being an issue. So black comes out, red comes out, and then I suppose it's as simple as you can see. The red just pushes back in to where he was, and then so does the black. And it should be as easy as that. It says, I'll put it in. That might help there. Let's try these. Make sure these are seated properly. There we go. Again, just make sure this one's seated all the way in. That was the original one that was in there. Again, slightly different crimp. So I think they are slightly different. Whether they're Makita original or whether I got had off a little, I don't think it matters too much, but it is what it is, I guess. Which way was this thing now? Oh yeah, another thing, while I was blowing it out, this little Johnny got blown out of there, which is basically where the armature bearing seats, I think. Yeah, so that goes in there. I don't think it matters overly which way around they go, because it'll work, but I think more importantly it's just where the wires sit in nicely and don't get trapped in the housing, because the brush holders line up. Guessing that's right. And that's it. That's the armature. The brush housing replaced. The stator permanent magnets cleaned out, and didn't really do much with that. Wiped some carbon off the commutator bar. Had a quick look at these. They don't look great. They've seen a bit of heat, but hopefully it still runs. As you can see, not the freshest, but hopefully still runs. Let's see. So what's next on this? These in there. You should just see in, line up. Zoom me back out so you can see what I'm doing. Should just line up in the bottom there into that rubber to seat the bearing, grip hold of it. That then lines up with this. Is that where that lines up? Or does that line up here? I think it goes there. Doesn't quite feel alright. Done that there. That feel better. See how it goes on. proper way. Pretty sure that's there. Get them out of the way so we can slip on. Everything should press in nicely. You shouldn't have to force anything, and all these gaps should disappear. That's not disappearing, which tells me something's in the wrong place. So let's pull them out of the way, open them back up, and you see that's the problem right there. Those wires were getting pinched. So really easy to mess these up. I mean, it's only an LED wire, so it's not the end of the world if you do break it, but you just keep an eye on it and you should be okay. Put these down. Should be out of the way enough. He says, yeah, look at that. Goes right back together nicely. That's pretty much how we want it sat, all closed up. There we go. Put him back in here. Put him down here. There we go. That's it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice and tight. Grease. Where did I put you? Left, right. There we go. Right, back in a minute. Let's get that grease. Right, here we go. Bit of grease in a syringe just so I can get it where I want it. Put it on, rotate it. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but just putting it all around the gear. Don't want to put it on too heavy, otherwise it'll slow it down. Just enough on that side. That should be enough to get this side. Should be as good, methinks. Let's put him back together and see what he does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slipping a lot, he is. It's not cool. Right, let's see if that was the problem now. Brushes in and out freely. Perfect. Over this side. He goes in. Lovely. Open. Let's get them in there. On the right side screwdriver is a bit small, but we'll do for now. Go too tight with these. I'm going to break them. Other side. We'll worry about the garden one for now. Let's just see if it works, I guess. Battery. Okay. Lights are flashing, it's a good sign. Yeah, man. Light new. Sorted. Easy as that. Sounds alright as well, actually. What we'll actually do with that is we'll upgrade it to quick release, I think. So we'll chuck him on wherever he goes. I need these. There you go. Lines up just right. Tighten them up a bit. What I do is I leave these a bit loose. Just the right amount. One, so it don't fall off, but two, so I can still rotate it. Just handy like that, and then you stick the back on, and then you stick this on, and now all of a sudden, just like that, you don't need the key anymore. You just use the quick release, and then we can just put that in the spare parts thing in case we ever lose that. There we go, brand new ish, ready to work, I think. There we go. Brushes, brush holder, and whatever they're called, caps. Oh, these are the, oh yeah, put these back on as well. They just look pretty. There we go, sorted.